The next chapter, the last chapter of the book, is going places. Going places means moving out to far off places. There's an idiom by this saying also, which says going places in our minds. That could be one of the reasons why the author has given this name to this chapter. This chapter is about a girl named Sophie. Sophie is someone who is young, ambitious, and still a school-going girl. She dislikes the place where she lives, the kind of environment she is up to, and she always aspires to move out of this. And all her thoughts, her dreams are all about this. Once while she was returning from school with her friend Jency, they had some talks. Sophie said, I'm going to start a boutique of my own. Jency says, it requires a lot of money. Sophie says, fine, I'll work as an actress part-time and then I'll run my own boutique. Then she says, but it requires a lot of efforts. Then Sophie says, okay, I'll become a manager. Then Jency says, it requires experience. Jency tells her to be firmly on the ground, because they have been earmarked to join a biscuit factory after their school, which Sophie doesn't want to join. She is a dreamer, a daydreamer to be precise, not having any base for her dreams. As they were in the conversation, she said, I am going to make big one day and I am going to earn a lot of money. This last sentence was heard by her father who was in the house, and he said, whenever, if you can, earn a lot of money, we are going to help ourselves with a big house first. And that younger brother everybody has, he was there and he passed a comment. She speaks as if money grows on the trees, which Sophie doesn't like at all. She moves on. The house environment is very pathetic. It's a small, cramped house. The father is sitting on the sofa watching the TV with a gulp of pie in his mouth. There's a pile of clothes to be washed. There's a kitchen in the same room where her mother is cooking, and it's like dimly lit, and Sophie is suffocating over here, getting suffocated here. She disowns this place. She moves to the next room where her elder brother Geoff was at his work. He was a mechanic apprentice. He had spread out a newspaper and he had opened out a bike to repair it. He is someone whom Sophie admires. There are reasons for that. Geoff is someone who doesn't respond too much or doesn't ask questions to Sophie when she lives in her fantasy world. Secondly, she is jealous also of him because he gets to move around freely throughout the city and beyond without any restrictions, whereas Sophie could not. But she shares everything with her brother Geoff. And today she has come up with a story. And she says, Geoff, Do you know? Today I met Danny Casey, the famous Irish footballer, and Geoff immediately looks at her with astonishment and then again gets back to his work, thinking that this is one of her fantasy stories. And she says, "No, it's not, it's real. I was window shopping outside a shop, and there this Danny Casey comes and stands beside me. And then there's a talk initiated. We chatted. I wanted to take an autograph of his so that I can show you this. But we neither of us had a pen or a paper to take an autograph. So now we have decided to meet once again by the side of canal. And this time I am going to ensure that I do get a photograph as an evidence." Danny Casey is a heartthrob of many, and Geoff tells her this. Then Sophie says, No, he is not like that. I talked to him and he is personally interested in me. So Geoff doesn't speak much and he gets back to his work. Danny Casey is someone who is liked by all, and Sophie's family also likes him. On every Saturday they go to watch their matches, and this Saturday also they went. Geoff was on the upper stands with his friends cheering the team, and Sophie, her brother and her father were just behind the goal post in the stadium. Danny Casey scored the last goal and the team won, and everybody erupted in joyous cheering. This is how they were. And now again, Jency, when she met Sophie, she asked, "I heard you met Danny Casey. When did this happen?" Sophie got a little bit irritated and she became angry on Geoff also. She could immediately make out how Jency would have come to know about this particular story. She thought Geoff would have told Jency's brother and Jency's brother would have told Jency. Now again comes up the other cooked up story. Sophie said, "Yeah, I did meet, but I didn't tell you because you are someone who will spread this word. And when people come to know about this, there will be queue of people outside my house. And my father will not like this. So I didn't tell you this." So Jency knows that this is just a fantasy, but then Sophie insists no, she had met. And then on the appointed day, she goes by that canal side. She sits there. She waits in vain. And then, as the evening descends, she painstakingly stands up and moves towards her house. She is thinking what to speak, what to tell. And while passing by, she saw her father's bicycle outside the pub, and she was a bit relieved that she will not have to encounter him immediately once she reaches home. In the meantime, she can cook up some other story. So, students, this is the story of Sophie, who is good at cooking up stories, at dreaming, but these dreams do not mean anything until and unless they are grounded to the reality, until and unless there are efforts supported to accomplish those dreams. And that's what the author wants us all to know, that we should dream, but our dreams should be smart. Smart, S specific, M measurable, A achievable, R realistic, and T time bound. If our goals are smart, then they can be easily achieved. Thank you.